Hey guys, so now we're going to show you how to overcome some of the objections. Let's share my screen. Okay, overcoming objections. So I want you to understand that objections are not really that scary thing. It's just somebody who is not sure about making the decision yet. So your job is to help them. Really, the best way that you can help change somebody's life is to impact them with your coaching. But unless you can sign them up, you don't get that opportunity to work with them and really bless them and really help them. So this is good that you learn how to do this script and also this part too, the overcoming objections. I'll also say I'm not super like hardcore on squeezing people to sign up. Like if you want it, awesome, let's rock. And if not, that's cool too. Because the truth is that God has so many people that you can help and is in control of the soul situation. You don't have to get torn up about one person saying that. Okay, so overcoming objections. You always want to handle the objection at one at a time. You want to try to isolate the objection. So say something that helps them. Say something like this. I understand. Sounds like you're ready to get started, but you have a concern about X, right? You have a concern about the money. You have a concern about the timing. So the way this works is whatever their objection is, you can go to that section. You go to the timing, you can go to the money, you can go to I need to talk to my spouse, I need to pray about it. All these things are right here. So let's go through timing. Yes, but not right now. Hey, I understand. Sounds like you're ready to get started, but you just have a concern about getting started now, getting started today. So I let them know, hey, you can call back anytime before the start of your coaching program at a certain date, or I give people a 48-hour window. So you can call back anytime before February 1st, and you can get them set up. You'll just have to pay for the full price, no promotional pricing. So up until February 1st, you can qualify for that pricing, but afterwards, just timing might be better for you then, but just be aware that I have to charge you the full rate. Okay. So again, if I don't have a specific start date, 48-hour promo, and some people do need time to kind of think about it, pray about it, and talk it over, like whatever, that's fine. So I'll let them know that the program is worth the full price. It's still a great option, but here's the question. If you know this is something you want to do that's keeping you from taking action, but if you know this is something you want to do, what's keeping you from taking action now? So again, some people need to process this. I recommend if they know this is a good fit and they just want to start in like a month or two or something, get a deposit from them today. Hey, not a problem. I'm going to collect a $500 deposit from you today just to lock in your spot, and you'll be charged the full amount when we actually start coaching. Sound good? Great. And then you can stay on the phone with them, sign them up. Again, the whole thing, after every one of you overcome these objections, you got to bring them back to, okay, great, we're going to sign you up with the monthly, or we're going to do the one-time fee. Can you go to xyz.com? After you overcome the objection, you want to go back in for the sale. Ask the sale close question again. All right, what about, I don't have the money for this. Yes, I want to do this, but I don't have the money. Hey, I understand. Sounds like you're ready to get started. You just have a concern about the financial investment right now. Okay. So these are other questions that you can ask them to help them get through this. If there's something else that's honestly holding you back, because you told me that you were a 10 out of 10 when I asked how serious you were. So again, another question to kind of link back to. This is from the question here, number 5, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that goal to you? 10 being super important, 1 being not at all. So you want to remember what number they said and bring it back if money is an issue. Because hey, Frank, you said you were a 10. Like, what's really the issue? If money wasn't an issue, would you do this now? They'll say, yeah. Okay, well, great. This one, say it nicely. How long have you been asking your bank account for permission to do what we're trying to do here? How much will it cost you not to do this program and to stay in the same path you're on, right? I ask this question, I use this one a lot. and this works for other objections as well. If you were coaching you, ask them to coach, ask them what they would do. If you were coaching you, what would you say to yourself? Okay. Ask them to imagine themselves 9 to 12 months in the future, and they have the results that they shared about with you from question 4. Ask them, what would it be worth to have that result? If we went through the coaching program, we got you to having your business being green, would that be worth the $5,000 investment today, the $1,000 a month? Would that be worth it? They're like, yeah. All right, great. Which do you want to do, the monthly or the one time? Okay. So it's, again, you're bringing them back after every time. Spouse, I need to talk to my spouse. So to be honest, some people will help you, will put this up as like a fake objection, like, hey, I'm not gonna, I got to talk to my wife, and to be honest with them, with you, I make these kind of decisions with my wife as well. So I actually like respect this decision, and I encourage people to talk with their spouse and pray together. But I do enact that 48-hour time window. Just say, hey, no problem. Just know that the price is here for 48 hours or until February 1st. Afterwards, you do have to pay the full price. It's still a great option, great fit, totally worth it. But just for full transparency, letting you know that. Okay. So religion, I need to pray about it. I love getting this objection. So, hey, are you ready to get started? I am, but I need to pray about it. So sadly, some people try to use this as a way to say no, and just like a religious cop-out. So if people want to pray on their own, of course, we encourage them to do that, but still give them the date of, hey, this window is closing. This is the sign-up date, because you want to create a sense of urgency or motivation for people to take action, whether that is signing up or even taking the action to pray about it. Okay. So here's what I suggest doing. If you are a believer or willing to pray with your clients, I say, I'm so happy to hear that you're a person that considers things by prayers. I am as well. In fact, I'd love to pray for peace, or I'd love to pray together with you right now. So here's why we're praying. Right now, if they're truly a person that makes these decisions by prayer, you're doing the best thing you possibly could do. So when you pray, it should be clear to both of you. If you're doing this real, it should be clear to both of you what direction you're going to move forward. And either you're dealing with somebody who is insincere and using God as an excuse to not move forward, or there's somebody that's like, I want to do this. I just got to get peace from God. I got to get His leading, and I want to move forward. Like, that is A+ client you want to have. So if you make your decisions by prayer, this is also what I say. If you make your decisions by prayer, not only is that awesome, but I'm almost positive that you have already prayed about this, about an opportunity for your business to grow. You've probably been praying for growth, for breakthrough. Here's the question. Is it possible that this coaching is the answer to your prayer? Okay, because the reality is that if they've been praying already, if they make the decision this way, they've probably been praying already for a change or for help or for breakthrough, right? And right now is really the time for them to choose to move forward into that answer to that prayer, or not do it at all. So you want to make sure you say this and not use this manipulatively, right? So I let them know they can always call back later, but it will be at the full price in the future, right? So sometimes I'll share some of my stories or testimony when I was scared to move forward. I knew it was God talking to me, but I took this step of faith, right? So I'll say something like, when God's leading me to do something, or I know this is something I want to do, I just know that there's blessings in obedience. I don't know what that would look like for you, and I'm not saying like, hey, do this and you'll get $1 million tomorrow. I'm saying if God's leading you to sign up for coaching or do something different to experience growth, you want to be obedient and move forward in faith and trust Him for the outcome, and just be obedient in the process. So whether it's working with me as a coach today or working with somebody else, totally cool. You can always sign up in the future. It just will be at the full price and not the promotional price. So again, it's very simple to get you started. All I need to hear is a yes, and we can move forward together. Okay, great. Are you in front of a computer? Awesome. So walk them through the sign up process, stay on the phone with them, and do not let them do it later because, again, 9 out of 10 times, they're not going to sign up. Okay. So that's kind of the process for going through closing and overcoming objections.